Hello everyone, welcome back to Crossroads. I'm Hitman82. I'm here with Mike. Hello Mike.
Hi, Hitman.
And Junkyard. Hello Junkyard.
Boris has arrived.
And Rickster's here. Howdy Rick.
Howdy, howdy.
And Trillian. Hello Trillian.
Hello, Hitman82.
And Fadman. There's Fadman. Hello Fadman.
Hey, Hitman, how are you?
Not too bad. Are we
Red alert,
ready?
fire.
There we go. Grab your chainsaws. Here comes Junkyard. Let's cut them up in little junkyardy bits. Little Boris bits. Alright, so
You ran
today
off.
we're busy as
Really?
I know it's a big surprise. But yes, we're busy. We're doing seeding today, and lots of seeding and plowing and spraying, and we've got fields to work on. So
There we
we've
go.
just purchased we've got now 13 and 14 on the north side there for grass. We've purchased field 1, and the reason why is we're going to put sugar beets on that field. And we're putting beets there because with the dairy mod, it needs milk, which since our milk cell trigger crashes the server, so that's done. So we needed an outlet for our milk, and since we're already planning to use this UPK stuff and the SA stuff, we have a dairy, and the dairy needs a whole bunch of stuff, including sugar. So we'll need sugar beets, and then sugar beets we process into sugar. And we need fruit, so we're gonna need greenhouses. We need a whole pile of stuff. So it's kind of neat. It's a production chain, and just let me keep blathering on here. If anyone needs to say anything, just jump in.
So,
But anyway,
was there a gap? Are you breathing?
So this production pack, you need 5 inputs and you get 3 outputs on the dairy. So that's pretty neat. You get yogurt and milk and butter, I think, and then there's a common sell point for that stuff, and also you need a carton factory, so it takes the logs and the wood chips, I think, and makes those into cartons, and then supply cartons and pallets and fruit and sugar and dairy or milk to the dairy, and then it gives you the outputs. So lots and lots of stuff in that pack. It's pretty neat.
What about things?
There are also things. There's plenty of things.
Good, because if there's not stuff and things, then it's not FAD approved.
If there's not stuff and things, it's crap.
Basically. You need to have both.
Okay, so we're gonna need. We are gonna be doing caviar production, which is fish. You need fish for that, which means you need to feed them corn. So we're gonna need lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of corn. And lots. So I'm gonna go get started on that. And Trillian, when she's done spraying, if she finishes spraying, she'll come give me a hand too.
Oh, she's about to be finished spraying. She's on the last pass of this field.
I think I might have
Okay.
another field, though.
Yeah, 16 will need to be done when they're done seeding.
Okay.
It actually needed 2 sprays.
And then one
but-
again after it.
So, seeding team, hurry up! She's on her way!
Or no, just spray it after the plowing, I think.
Yes,
What is
you'll
the
want
problem,
to spray
Rick?
after the plow.
Good to see.
Having GPS problems?
Oh, no, just double checking.
Alright, so Trillian, I'll be down on field 6
Are we
whenever
supposed
you
to be
find.
at speed 5?
Nope.
Did I hit a wrong button?
Somebody must have hit it. Oh well.
Sometimes when I'm
We're
mucking
okay.
about with the radio music thing, I press the wrong button.
Ah.
But I don't think I did today. Let's just blame me, it's fine.
Is it Radio Gaga?
Sure. Anyway, were you trying to tell me something?
Yes, I'll be down on field 6 seeding corn, and I'm about as far away from everybody else as I could possibly be, but it's not on purpose.
So,
A likely story.
We gotta do the seeding. Well, field 17 will also be corn, but it needs to be sprayed first. So Trillian, when you find yourself idle,
I just finished
field-
spraying 1. So
okay, 17 can get hit next.
indeed next. There it is. Oh, okay. That'll keep us busy.
That'll keep you busy for a few passes.
No
So
trouble.
I think field 17, that that bit. Oh, I didn't show that. There's a dairy right there. Oh my gosh. I'm driving around. I'll get the seed in here at some point. Maybe. Spending all my
Always
time
promising
driving
the
around.
seed fields.
Mm-hmm.
It's Mike and I working very efficiently up here.
Well, I
Nice
did all...
What?
Go ahead. Oh, I was going to say, I did all the work ahead of time. I was doing the organizing.
I know we always
don't
appreciate that, Hitman.
I don't need to get in tractors and get my boot, or get out of tractors and get my boots dirty. What everybody else is for. I'm just gonna sit on.
Management.
Yeah. Hey, I can manage all the equipment just from the house. Just sit on the computer there and mess with your radio stations and stuff.
That's who keeps changing you over.
So
Yeah, you didn't think he liked Whitney Houston, did you?
Switching it. So on field 17, we purchased that one, and we're going to put corn on there. But we also, I think I drove right past this and didn't even show it. Trillian's right there now. End of field 17, we did the same thing as field 16. We truncated that bit that sticks out, and that's going to be another place for putting buildings. I foresee both of these sections are probably going to be full of buildings here at some point soon. By the brewery is going to be a bunch of greenhouses, and then we'll have a carton factory and stuff over here, I imagine. We'll probably spread some of it out around the map just so that we don't get too much in one spot. Here's the milk factory.
So if you're the organizer, does that mean that you can organize a shindig in a brewery?
I could. How hard could it be?
Not such a quite efficient turn this time, dang it.
What's this? Oh, these must be the cartons.
Dirt on steering.
Dirt on phonics work for me.
But it's alright, because Mike didn't see me. Much.
Alright, now I'm off the seed. Actually, now that she's already seed spraying here, I could just seed here. I'll just do that instead.
Doesn't need sprayed. It's on the second fertilization. It's being cultivated.
Drive forward and
I
spray.
can try
Well,
and
it's not
see.
the right. Well, it's a lighter color than the dark blue.
Yeah, it's not. Looks like it's been done twice. We'll take a third.
It's one more.
Don't overthink it, Trillian.
Well, yeah. Does that little grass strip need sprayed? It won't make any difference to that, right?
Spray it if you want, doesn't matter.
Doesn't make
Can you come back and spray across this bottom first so I can do a kind of a headland along here?
anything else, sir?
Cup of coffee,
Not off the top of my
Yeah.
head.
ham and cheese sandwich.
Oh, demanding.
You'd think it was his server or something, wouldn't you? I mean, jeez. Mind you, if it was his server, you'd think he'd get the mods right.
You'd think.
You keep keeping up to date as well.
Oh dear.
Oh, it's gonna go. Thor.
You know,
Oh my
it's
gosh.
always so much fun playing with you, Hitman.
Yeah, I can tell. Everybody's having a great old time. Bunch of jerks. Okay, we'll move that over.
Oh no, this looks wonky, but I turned the GPS 90 degrees and this is where it was, so
That's
this is
fine.
where it is.
Doesn't matter.
If you turn your beacons on,
Wanna
it can
move
be
it
blinky
again.
wonky.
Mm-hmm.
Width of this, right? Yep. Do you remember these tempo seeders for the beets and the corn? Do we run those right at 6, or was this one of the ones that you dropped at 5.9?
I don't know.
I don't remember. Okay, I'll drop 5.9 anyway. There's just a little bit of room just in case. In case of Trillian.
This is 36 meters. What's that got to do with it?
Got
Oh,
everything to
you
do with
mean
the price of tea in China.
when I help with the seeding? Yeah. Never gonna happen.
Oh yeah, look at that. Perfect.
You can find an excuse, I'm sure, Trillian. We're practically done here, so you can probably come and spray this again before the time's out.
Yep. I think
Okay,
I'm
and now-
spraying for the rest of the episode.
And by practically done, I mean we're halfway, Hitman. Just before you get pedantic and twisted underwear and stuff.
It's not a question of being pedantic. It's more of a question of, oh my gosh, what are you going to do next? Well, basically, if we get to the point where anyone doesn't have anything to do,
Just
we
start
got
ploughing
two
up roads?
I suppose. Or go cut some logs. Always need that stuff.
Well, there's always something
You
to
recall?
do.
Did
It
you
will
see?
soon be a wasteland.
It already is. We've already It's all gone. There's no trees left. No, I'm just kidding. There's more to the east, west, the west.
What, even all those ones that I planted last? Well, obviously they haven't
Those-
grown yet.
I don't imagine they've even moved at all. Did you do all 3 sections? I can't remember if you went to the northern one, the north of the other 2.
I did, you did one half, and I finished it off for my training, and then I did another half, and then I did the section above that, didn't I? That was remaining, because half of it was done and the other half wasn't. So I did 2 groups of 10, I think, if I remember.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
Rick rage quit and went to the other side of the field.
From the
no, I'm just doing
tractors
this
at
little
different
small
speed.
age.
Rage quit. Rick quit.
Oh, F4.
Never seen it. happen.
Ragey Rick!
Raging
Imagine.
Rickster.
Oh dear.
Poor Rick. He's nice. He's calm. He's about the calmest person I know. But I tell you, when Farm Sim or 7 Days or Minecraft gets under his skin, look out.
He just growls at it.
Mm-hmm. It takes a lot, but Rick, you're just like the rest of us.
I think Art's
You've only
probably
gotta-
the worst one.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
or, you got a finite amount of patience, just like the rest of us, right, Rick? For the derpiness.
Of course.
Oh my
I'm human after all.
No.
Mostly.
Mostly.
I think saying he is like the rest of us is an insult.
Oh, now.
Well, he is like
Wait.
the rest of us. We're all unique. As is
Junkyard
Rick.
just insult all of us.
I'm not sure who Junkyard insulted there, but I think we're all free to be upset now, or not, or to be insulted now. That's okay. We'll all survive it, though, right?
You can be insulted, I'm going to be indignant.
I'm gonna be Mozart. You can be Bach. You'll be Bach. I'll be Mozart. All right, for finally getting.
I am
corn
going to
seeded.
be
Wow.
apathetic.
Okay. Apathy's better than.
It's a good job that the voice box didn't mispronounce that and say I'm going to be pathetic. That would not have been a good time for a malfunction.
There could be worse ones though.
Because then you have to wonder, is it a multiple choice question? Is it going to be, I'm going to be A, pathetic, B...
Apathetic.
I was thinking of that happening.
Yeah, I bet you were. Fortunately it didn't, but I had to draw attention to it anyway, because I'm a big derp. And I'm a jerk as well, as Hitman likes to tell everybody.
Would I? Yeah, okay, I did.
I'm sure you've written it several times on Twitter.
Would I? Yes, I would. I keep asking the question and answering it.
No, it was brilliant. I mean, when I did the live stream last weekend, you kind of came along for the last part of it, and it really livened things up. So it's just so, like I say, it is just so much fun.
Well, I'll try and join the next one.
Yeah, well,
I'll bring bricks this time.
yeah. What I'm trying to do is, I know everyone was a little disappointed that it's going to be like every 2 weeks rather than more often, but I am going to try and see if I can squeeze in a small one on the in-between weeks. but it's not guaranteed, so it'll be if I can make it, if not,
Keep us all on the edge of our seat. Will there be one today?
I just find it fun. I love this. I mean, with The Sims, I just love the story of making the story of their lives, and this whole legacy challenge is just so much of an interesting one because you go through 10 generations of the family. It's brilliant.
I generally turn off aging for the current household because I get sad when, like at one point, I made one of my family, and then the rest of my family died off. And when I played another character in another household, I was pretty sad about it. Like
Yeah.
I see my family going by and they're all old, and then next time I see them, they're ghosts, and I was sad about that. So
Yeah.
now I got to turn the aging off for
You-
created characters.
Yeah, you can turn it off for unplayed households, and you can turn it off for not the current one as well, can't you? So it's all good fun.
I have never played any of those games.
Yeah, they're amusing.
Yeah.
They're still single player. I can't keep much attention on them.
Yeah, that's
Basically.
one thing, because I would so love to play a multiplayer game of Sims with Das.
Sims.
Das and I would absolutely be at that for God knows how long. I would probably never sleep
Record it.
again.
Just the two of you both stream whenever one's asleep, the other can be on there streaming and keeping it going.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. You know what Das and I are like when we're together. I mean, jeez. Which reminds me, I
We'll
really
go
must
Hitman.
Of things
go ahead,
of
Joe.
things I play, World of Tanks just released a new premium tank.
And the same jerks will still drive that one.
Yup.
Oh dear. But yeah, that reminds me, I really must try and figure out arranging another trip to go and see Das and Dare
Mm-hmm.
next year, I think, for my holiday days.
Yeah, and missing every second lane in the hope someone's gonna come along and see them.
No, nobody does. Go back the other way and get them. No big deal.
Yeah,
Also
I keep missing every second lane, but fortunately there's someone right behind me that seems to catch up the slack, so it's all good.
What a freaking derp. Okay, so this seeder I'm using
Oh,
actually fertilizes too, except I didn't fill it up because I just noticed just now.
oh.
Where the heck where would the fertilizer go? I don't see any spot for it to be stored.
To the ground.
Is that
Bizarre.
bought or leased?
At least
It's a magic seeder.
shenanigans, is what I'm calling it. So I just, I guess I'll have to, I'll just keep going with it using the spray or the fertilizer then.
I'm calling it
Spray the
Mr.
whole field.
Organised.
Okay, you want.
Use it out of seeding.
Reminds me of that scene in Voyager where the two holographic doctors are on the bridge of the ship, and he's kind of the voice of experience, taking the absolute sarcastic mickey out of him. So much fun. And we don't have any Star Trek fans in today. Oh well, never mind. Certainly not any Voyager ones.
Wow. Not much clearance there from the top of the tractor to that.
I vaguely remember that episode.
It was the one with the multi-vector assault mode, which was pretty good. The USS Prometheus.
Wow.
I remember
Darn.
the episode, just not that part.
Ah,
Oh well.
What's up?
Well, just that the sprayer or the seeder that's fertilizing too. I only lease these because I foresee that next year we're gonna have bigger equipment, so there's no point in purchasing this stuff and then selling it. You know,
Yeah.
after running this stuff for 6 hours or 8 hours, whatever it is.
so we are on our last couple of passes now, Trillian. So if you're still available, you're welcome to help this way, and I'm assuming
Does
the
that
hitman that
need-
will... Sorry?
Needs sprayed before.
I don't know. Does it need to be sprayed before cultivatings, or not? I's not experted on this stuff. I just do what I'm
I
told.
am going to troll Rick and Seed next to him.
It can be sprayed, yes.
Ah,
Could
there we go.
maybe nip over there and spray that then.
Yeah, it won't take you
and then
2.5
come back to
seconds.
this. Yeah.
At your own risk, my ping is going wonky.
As they say in farming, spread your wings and spray. They don't say it really, but I just thought it would sound funny, so I did.
Good job, Pat.
I know, right? Da, da, da.
Oh, so it did move the GP. No,
You moved
yeah, I can
gups.
line it up again.
Is it really that hard?
It's
Yes.
just like to line it up with one edge, so I don't need to overlap both sides. It'll be fine. It almost lines up.
And then we discover we are on slightly different GPS easy.
Uh-oh.
I do enjoy that bit.
Well, I got it from that tractor. I assumed that you'd set it up, but I had to adjust it because it defaulted to 6.6. This is only a 6 meter.
Such fun.
I adjusted mine also.
Okay.
And that'd be why they're not the same then, probably.
Where?
I have mine set to 5.9.
That's warp 9.975 junkyard.
What's that in metric?
It's the same.
I should just go across the ends. Yeah, I'll just do that then. Oh my gosh, I'm fussing.
Really?
I'm fussing. Yep.
Oh, you wanted the other end sprayed to do a headland.
Yeah, so I
You
can
can
go
just do the
across
headland at the end. Oh, sorry, it's a fly thing buzzing around. If I shriek any second, it flew in my face. You were-
Is anyone else hoping it happens?
No, I'm not.
Thank you for that. Thanks.
Because
They
I
like
care
that.
and for and respect my recording colleagues. Except Hitman.
I was gonna say.
No, I care and respect you, Hitman. I just don't show it very often.
I'll survive that. I got thick skin.
Things absolutely would not be the same without you. We know that.
Yeah, you might have fun.
Oh, well, probably if it weren't for you, I wouldn't play much farming sim at all. So, there you go. So
I haven't
yeah,
really
probably.
been playing it much off screen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is I don't play it off screen. So if it weren't for playing it as our multiplayer, I wouldn't do it. Probably. Not because I don't like the game, but I just get so much more enjoyment from playing it with people and all the conversations that we have. That's the fun bit. Driving up and down the field, you do the same thing.
Rick left again. I didn't think he would still be mad at me for that one thing I did.
Are you sure it was just the one thing, Junkyard?
Could be a plethora.
I'm not mad at you, Junkyard.
He's mad at
Well,
me,
I only
Junkyard.
remember doing one thing to him.
I don't.
You didn't beat him in the races in Mappinghausen because I don't think Rick was there, was he?
Nope. I missed it.
Mm-hmm.
It was good fun. It was even more fun. I watched I think it was Junkyard's episode of it. Just so much fun to watch as well. I mean, it was a good giggle while we were doing it.
There's a lot of giggling when we're doing it.
Well, you could really have predicted that one hit. Now comes the real dirt. Trying to reverse a plough into a parking space.
Now, what was that mod you were after for doing the races with?
Who, me?
Yes, there was a one you had for 15 or something, or 13.
The gecko? Maybe? I don't know.
Was that the? It wasn't the roller to do the textures or something, was it?
There's the super speed.
Oh yeah, no,
lawnmower thing
it was
that
the Profy Hopper, wasn't it?
They have one for 17.
I don't know.
They got
You
Profit
see it on
Hopper
here, do you?
17.
Yep.
And
Do you see it here?
They've
Sorry.
they've also got a super speed 4x4 thing that's supposed to be like a tractor as well. That goes like 120 mile an hour.
Oh my god! Like the field would have survived that. Jeez.
Turn off the withering.
Hey, I was absolutely not giggling during that. I also don't know how to spell absolutely.
If it makes
It
you feel any
sounded
better,
almost right.
yeah.
Junkyard, just because we couldn't hear you giggling doesn't mean it didn't happen. Is all I can say to that one. Right. So, anything next, Hitman?
We're just about at the end of our time for today, Fad. So if you wanted to show it right over here by me, there's the dairy. You could have a look at the dairy here before you.
Where be you?
17.
C17. Ah, okay, so you're there. Okay, so let's go this way around. Oh yeah, I see you. Oh yes.
That's a dairy right there. So if you once you drive into it, inside the L of it, there's an L of kind of a parking area on there. It's actually a work area because you can see that's where you unload the pallets and stuff.
Oh
You
yeah.
can see there's berries and sugar and cartons and pallets and the stuff that looks like plywood or like a drywall. That's the cartons for making like milk cartons and stuff like that.
Kings.
Like cardboard, like that thin cardboard.
Packaging
That's
material.
pretty neat. Yeah. So we'll use that also on the greenhouses. They use it for packaging up the raspberries or strawberries or red currants. There's 3 different kinds there that we've got. So if you open your purchase screen, well, we'll just look at that maybe for the last couple minutes here before we head off.
Oh, the P key.
Yep. And have a look all the way over to the SA on the top right, Svapa Agro Production. So Svapa Agro, that's SA. So that's the mods are all they say SA on. So there's lots of storage stuff. Don't know what the heck this is. What's treacle? Any idea? Is that oil of some sort?
Treacle?
Maybe.
Syrup type stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like sugar syrup then?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. And then there's greenhouses for strawberries, raspberries, red currants. And then there's sell points and lots of storage buildings. The charcoal plant's kind of neat. So you load it up and it produces several different outputs that you can then sell at. There's a common sell point for this stuff. And the carton factory, and that's where you make the cartons for the greenhouses and the dairy and some other stuff. The central trade, that's where you sell everything. It takes all that. We have a meat processor. I haven't tried that yet. I assume it's for pigs, but I don't actually know yet. So that's in there.
Put pigs, cows, and sheep in there, so I was more of.
Okay. There's chickens, so we have as you can make Easter eggs or just sell the eggs. You can take the eggs from the chicken house and take them to a coloring thing that colors them into Easter eggs. There's our pallet factory we already have. If you keep going to the right, there's more storage stuff. So there's butter and the kefir. What is that? It's some kind of a
It's
dairy
like
product.
a probiotic milk thing. I saw it in the shop
okay.
today, and I was like, "Oh, there's that
yeah.
stuff from pharmacy."
We are going to be on this map a long time.
I love that. There's that
It
stuff
looks
from
that way, doesn't it?
pharmacy.
There's a lot of neat stuff. There's the fire starter storage. The fire starter. There's coal. Those are both from the charcoal maker. And also grill goods. I think that's also from the charcoal. I haven't tried it yet.
What about the twisted fire starter storage?
That is, they were banned, so we can't have that here. No
Okay.
twisted fire starters.
Okay.
What in the world are you
Uh-oh.
talking about? I don't know. I'm just making stuff up.
It's a Prodigy song, isn't it? If I
Oh,
remember
something like
correctly.
that.
Yes, it is. Yep, that's from Fat of the Land. That album, I think. The picture of a crab on the front. I remember that one. I've got it. Had it. Okay, so there's the sugar factory. That's you take stuff there to make the take sugar beets there, and it makes the sugar that we need for the dairy and stuff.
Cool.
So as you can see, there's quite a bit there. There's also, if you go back down to the main shop, there's Castor Food Inc. It's kind of a blue icon. It's below the SA down on the bottom right corner.
Ah, yeah.
If you look in there, there's a butchery, a sheep camp, pig camp. I haven't done anything with
They
this
get a
stuff yet.
camp?
That goes
Apparently.
with the meat from the SA pack.
Do they have mean people going, more push-ups now! Door!
Yeah, that sounds. Yep, sure they do.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Like boot camp, but sheep camp,
Boot
pig
camp,
camp,
sheep
cow
camp.
camp.
I gotcha. No, I don't think they do that. No. So I'm just kind of going through here just before we going through the shop, just kind of showing what we've got installed. So you can always,
And so
if you're watching the videos, you can always slow it down and have a look.
the SA one, I know we had some
That
of it
would be
already,
animal cruelty.
Mm-hmm.
but is all this fruit and treacle stuff, is that all included in just the SA sugar mod that we added today?
No, it's SA greenhouses.
SA greenhouse.
It's a separate
okay.
one. Yeah. So we've got bees as well. So we'll have to get into. We'll be covered in bees. There's more of the fuel stuff. Caviar, that was with we'll have the fish, and then we'll have caviar that we can sell.
They've also
should
got
be-
a smoked fish one out. They brought out a couple of weeks ago now.
Okay.
Oh, cool. So this SA
I
group,
hate smoked fish.
well, you don't have to eat it.
Can't have that then.
That SA, they have a lot of. It's kind of all builds. It's like production chains. As soon as
Yeah.
I saw that,
It's brilliant.
Mike brought it to my attention. I was like, oh,
Mm.
so
Yeah, I mean, it really adds a lot. Yeah. So
it's not just up and down the field simulator anymore.
yeah, no. Well, it is.
Happen over.
It is for the producing of the base crop, but you can then turn that base crop into something more meaningful and go through processes and enrich it, which is brilliant. It's fantabulous, as we say in Faddish.
Mm-hmm. Wow, I've yacked about that so long. We're actually over time now, so we're gonna fire up our outro. We'll be going down
Gonna
the
try.
list. We're gonna try. So Fad, you're gonna start us off. We're gonna go down the other way.
Take
So,
care,
Fad,
folks.
Up Jared. Jared.
This party's over.
This party is over. Mike
Bye.
and Rick.
See you later, guys.
Trillian.
Thanks for watching.
And bye for now.